3, Man City 1 was an early kick-off defeat then for City 2 in a week. Tottenham, though, with a big win over Borussia Dortmund 2-0 at home. 3 English sides are in action tomorrow. Liverpool travel to Marseille, Newcastle host PSV, and David Luiz returns to Stamford Bridge as Chelsea take on Paphos. So the big news is that Arsenal have secured a top 2 place in the league phase. Tottenham move into the top 8 for now at least, and that win, you'd imagine, would take some pressure off Thomas Frank. Man City's defeat means their top 8 hopes will be decided next Wednesday when they host Galatasaray. At the other end, Kairat and Villarreal are the first 2 teams out of the competition. And, of course, Kairat travel to the Emirates for their final game. We can hear now, though, from Gabriel Jesus. He is with Gabriel Clark.
Well, Gabby, you said before the game, and it's your first Champions League start in 14 months, it was special, but wow, what a night for you in the end.
Yeah, it's a dream night, you know. I always dreamed to be a footballer, you know. Like I said before, I watched when I was a kid, I watched a lot Serie A, Italian football. So to be here in this stadium, I have played here 2 times already, and then to score here is just like tears on my eyes, because I always dreamed to be here. So yeah, it's all the glory for Jesus.
Was this the sort of night you had to visualize when it was hard with the injury over 11 months or so?
For sure, you know, like I said before, there is always a reason to happen things, you know, even when it's a good things or when it's problems, you know, difficult times. So I learned that in my 11 months out of the field, the pitch. And then, yeah, like I said, you know, without Jesus for sure, he'll be not here.
What have Arsenal shown collectively tonight to Europe with this sort of statement win against last year's finalists?
I mean, like I said before the game, it's always difficult to play against Inter Milan. Last season we went here and then we lost. We had a difficult game like tonight. But tonight we played, I think, better than them. We controlled them. Obviously they are top team. They have a lot of top players, and then they attack. They are playing home. But at the end, you know, we score, and then we got the 3 points, the chances, and then that's it. It's an amazing feeling now, but we have to keep going because we have another one in the weekend.
Yeah, and you'll want to be starting that game, won't you, now?
Well, I think the thing to think about starting in this moment, obviously, everyone wants to start, everyone wants to play, to get minutes, to get the chances, you know. I'm very respectful, so I understand football, I understand how it works, so yeah, and I was so happy that Vic come on and score a goal, because a striker without goal is always difficult. I have been fighting with this all my career, but still, I'm so happy that I score, Vic score, and then I'm 100% sure when Kai have the chance, he'll score and help us as well.
Feels like the perfect night. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
You agreed with the fact that players should travel with the squad, you know, those who aren't starting, rather than being left behind at home to have a rest, because it's that unity, isn't it? When you've got 3 strikers who are now going to be competing against each other to get that berth.
Yeah, well, at the end, it's not even anymore a competition between the players. At a certain point, the last words of Jesus said that even if the next player will come, he will also score his goal to help the team. These are words that I like to hear, because they're coming to a different level now. Yes, we're competing, but whoever plays needs to perform. If I'm not playing, you perform, because next game, you know, will be easier for me as well when the team is winning. So I like that. I like the spirit.
Because presumably they all feel that something very special is happening right now. And tonight, you know, it's taken obviously a lot of effort for them to kind of overturn what's been a bad run in Italy. And they got beaten by Inter last season. It felt like one of those things they had to tick off on this incredible season of constantly breaking records. And that was 7 wins and a bounce for them, a record for the club.
Yeah, no, and I said before the game, Mikel Arteta will be looking at players he can trust, who can really rely on. And Gabriel tonight really did shine. And yes, of course, he's going to be in the manager's thoughts, but what I'm really impressed with, like you just said there, Clarence, is the unity in the squad. You can tell they all care for each other. They all respect each other. but also respect each other, the standards, like we spoke about. So for me, that's a winning mentality straight away. And the fact that he's not even thinking about starting right now at the weekend against United, because he has that element of respect for the manager, because it's not for him to choose. So for me, they're saying all the right things and they're doing all the right things in the field. But tonight was a special performance. You know, they're top of the league, and the Premier League, the Champions League, it's some statement right now, Arsenal, and everyone wants to beat them and they can't. So it's a good place to be.
The next team that wants to beat them are Manchester United. You're watching that game with that hat on maybe a little bit, Wayne, thinking about those centre forwards and which player is going to get the nod at the weekend. Who would you least like to see there as a Manchester United man?
Probably Jesus, I think, just with Harry Maguire and Martinez, his anticipation and his little movement inside the penalty box, he's a very clever player. And I slightly disagree. I think if I was Gabriel Jesus now, I'd be there saying I want to start the game on Sunday. I've put myself in a position where he's come here, he's scored 2 goals, he played really well tonight. So if I was him, I'd be putting it in the manager's mind that I really want to play. Of course, you respect your teammates, but you want to be playing in them big games.
But he has with those 2 goals tonight. That's kind of him talking, saying, look, I'm playing.
Yeah, but Mikel Arteta is going to see that interview, and that's an opportunity for him to say, like, if that was me, I'd be saying to Mikel Arteta, I want to play on Sunday. I've just scored 2 goals to Santiago, just helped win us the game. I want to be on that starting lineup.
In terms of what you saw from his performance tonight, outside of the goals as well, you talked before when Alan Shearer was here about what it's like to come back after an ACL, trusting your body and relying on yourself to do the things you did before, the movement that you alluded to there. Were you impressed tonight, actually, at how confident he looked with what he was capable of?
I've been impressed how quickly he's responded to that knee injury, because it might take him a few days just to recover from this game itself. He's played a lot of minutes tonight. And he's that kind of player that needs to be at 100% to be able to perform. So for me, they would want to look after him as well and have that respect of, obviously don't want to re-establish that knee injury. But of course, I get it, he's going to want to play, but they're going to have to kind of just take the reins off him slightly and have that respect issue about his knee.
I think you said it. Probably he feels that he might need a little bit more time to have a back-to-back starting position. But if he would start, I think he would be happy as well, for sure.
Well, I'm sure.
Then you take it, right? Then you take it.
I'm sure,
but I think the hesitation, how he feels now after the match, it comes with a price a little bit, right? When you have been out for so long.
Owen with Nigel, very warm welcome. You have upgraded. Here we are, Thierry,
Big upgrade.
James, and Micah.
Go back again.
Huh?
No, go.
No, we're just welcoming him.
That's what I said.
From the show, yeah.
Way to make it awkward. What are we going to do? Shall we?
What's going on here? What's happening here?
No, she wants to be funny, she needs to carry on.
I apologise. Shouldn't have cracked a joke. I was only joking.
It's okay, you can carry on.
Anyway, what have we got in the past? We've got analysis, we've got interviews, we've got banter.
Tension.
We've got a special guest. We've got a special guest tonight.
We do.
Have we?
Have we for
Paddy
sure?
the Baddie.
The baddie. Now he is a baddie.
Are you a big fan?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Good friend of mine. Paddy the baddie.
Is that it? I thought he was going to elaborate.
No, Paddy the baddie. We got Robbie the robber.
Is he coming in as well?
I can get him if you want him. Paddy the baddie.
Is that it? I thought he was going to elaborate.
No, Paddy the baddie. We got Robbie the robber.
Is he coming in as well?
I can get him if you want him.
You've met Paddy the baddie before?
Yes. He's an interesting character.
He got you in a... What happened?
In a chokehold.
Paddy the baddie.
Is that it? I thought he was going to elaborate.
No, Paddy the baddie. We got Robbie the robber.
Is he coming in as well?
I can get him if you want him.
You've met Paddy the baddie before?
Yes. He's an interesting character.
He got you in a... What happened?
In a chokehold.
He got you in a chokehold?
He got me in a chokehold and, I tapped out after about 3 seconds.
In a street fight, would you have any chance?
As long as I stay, like, distance, yeah? But if it gets close, oof, I'm in trouble.
You think you could take Paddy the baddie?
In distance, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Street fight's different to UFC, isn't it?
You could outpoint him, is what you're saying.
Well, maybe we'll mention it when he comes in.
We can do it today if you want.
Oh, yeah,
Here we go. Sound. So look at this.
Did you panic?
I panicked, yeah.
You think you can fight him?
No.
Distance.
Distance. Just keep him away. The jab.
That was over. That was over quicker than the gooch.
Mike has got an amateur background in boxing, to be fair, don't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Malik trained me up.
Yeah, but I thought you didn't have some fights when you were a kid.
No.
Oh, OK. Well, never mind. You did.
Can't lie to the people.
All right, everybody, we're going to go to a break very quickly. We'll be back with something very special. Oh, OK, with Scott McTominay live from Napoli after this break.
Wow. Looks.
I'd like to see them express themselves a little bit more going forward between now and the end of the season, because I think there's the potential for them to put more distance between themselves and the chasing pack in the Premier League and show why they're favourites for this competition as well.
To do it with the changes they made, as you guys have referenced, how key is that? Because there will be more injuries between now and the end of the season, but if they can bring in 7 players tonight, Saka is one of them, he's a regular starter. To be able to make those changes, switch around, swap around, and still put in a performance like that, it augurs well for the rest of the season.
Yeah, we talk about the change, but then you look at the bench. There's a team of internationals sitting on the bench, raring to come off the bench. And the guys mentioned in commentary actually about the many games that are coming up. So I think it was a great sort of game tonight for Arteta to sort of shuffle his pack a little bit, 7 changes, and then again, obviously, they're still in the semi-final. They're favourites for the Premier League. They're probably favourites for the Champions League as well. Could this be? Is it too early, Josh, to go with a quadruple? Well, that's the sort of territory in, because in previous seasons maybe Odegaard's got injured, and there's nobody to replace him. Now they've got Eze to step out. Saka's gone out. Now they've got Madueke and different players to step into them positions. They're so strong, in so many positions.
It's not just about numbers, though, of players and depth when you're talking about quadruples.
Yeah.
If Shea's realistically raising that possibility, there's such a squeeze mentally, even, isn't there, towards the end of a season if you're trying to compete in all those tournaments?
Listen, without a doubt. But without a doubt, they have the squad to at least be thinking about 2 trophies, and then obviously you get those trophies under the belt. Who knows?
They go from only 1 trophy in a long time.
Yeah,
but up in the early rounds to talking about 4 in one season.
We'll go for 2.
But again, the pressure's still on, I think, until he actually gets his hand on a trophy.
Yeah. The Carabao would be nice.
I know he won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
I know he won the FA Cup in his very first season at Arsenal, but since that has been barren. And the pressure comes with that, but it feels like a set up for them to go and do some stuff.
But then they're not playing like a team that's feeling the pressure. You can make that accusation against them previous years, last year in particular. Just get a sense of this year they're kind of ready in terms of how they're carrying themselves on the pitch, particularly their key players, as if to say, yeah, we know we haven't won it, but this squad's good enough. We're ready now. We've got all that scar tissue. We've learned our lessons previously. Just feel as if they're ready now to make that next step.
Yeah, and I think when you look at the rest of the teams in the Premier League at the minute, that's even helping them and has to be giving them a little bit more of an edge as well.
City's result tonight, I know it's a different competition.
Yeah, listen, City still should have the quality, and you think if Mark A settles in very quick, they could go on a big run. But it's all set for Arsenal, really.
Inter Milan let us down again, Kenny. We keep building them up.
They kid us on. They kid us on every time. We think, no, maybe they, I mentioned the 2 centre forwards. Now, Martinez, I thought, had some really good moments in the first half. He looked to me maybe carrying an injury. Second half, cut him a little bit of slack. Thuram was the big disappointment for me, kind of first half. He looked like to be really, struggling in terms of his movement. He's a big physical player who can operate and walk down the channels, really kind of physically impose himself. Technically, he's actually quite a good player as well for size. Didn't see any of that. It was only when the young kid came on, Positano late on, I thought he actually gave him a little bit of an outlet high up the pitch. But generally speaking, again, disappointed in terms of the overall performance.
Gabriel Jesus.
Not many players can act and react this quickly. And yes, he gets his luck, but just for me, I don't think any other player scores that in the Arsenal team. And he's very clever to stay on side and look, rewards and look at his smile. Brilliant to see.
For a player who's been out for as long as he has as well, to show that instinct to come back shows you what a natural goal scorer he is. They're on their way at this point, but there are sloppy moments from Arsenal, and Inter were ready to take advantage of that.
Yeah, rather than sloppy moments, I think that both teams are just big teams, great teams, and they put pressure. Inter started to make pressure. You want to react, you want to show that they're still in the match, and they were. So even in this situation, they got the ball back because there was just high pressure. Look how many Inter shots are right there. There are more Inter shots than Arsenal shots at the moment. So they were coming in and growing into the match at that point. The goal was expected to come, actually. Great pass here. Again, great defender. But they were all coming in, attacking, midfield coming short. You cannot really say they made a mistake here. I mean, you have to also give, compliments to the adversary. In this case, it was a great finish.
A bit like yourself.
Great finish from Sucic, and he was involved in another really good passage of play for Inter, because before Arsenal got the lead back, They should have had it themselves, Inter.
Yeah, they should, and I think they'll be disappointed that they haven't taken advantage of this, because it's a great opportunity. This is stuff you work on in training, that you're driving at the defence, and now this is a very difficult position for Saliba. So I think if Sucic drives at Saliba, he has an easy little pass and then they go 2-1 up, but he doesn't, and then it becomes a more difficult chance for Thuram. But if we see here, there's two things to this. Thuram needs to stay away. He doesn't, he goes in. And then Sucic, I think, needs to drive now at Saliba with pace, and then that opens it up for Barella, a little reverse pass, and then he gets an easy chance of goal. So I think he'll be very disappointed he didn't take full advantage of that opportunity.
And it wasn't the kind of half, or at least the game it is so far, that perhaps we were expecting from two sides who have this, you know, the first and second best defences in Europe. Not normally as generous as this, are they, either side?
No, it clearly shows that Inter Milan want to get a result tonight. It really does. And both teams want to kind of finish the job tonight. So it's quite refreshing for everyone back home and for us as well. It's a great spectacle.
It is no surprise.
I think he meant it.
I didn't see that before, actually.
No, brilliant. But Gabriel Jesus,
the two shortest players on the pitch.
Two shortest players. Well, average height, I think. He's similar size to me. So yeah.
that's Jesus. That's what he's great at, his anticipation in the penalty area, and anticipate when the ball goes over his head. He's on the move. He's waiting. He's anticipating the ball coming across, and that's why he gets the second goal.
And Clarence, they're still in this, Inter, and as you guys have said as well, they want to win this. You can see the way they've set themselves out tonight.
Yeah, these are two of the contenders for the Champions League win, so I'm not surprised actually to see this. And we said it before, Inter wants to show that against a big team they can get results as well.
So 2-1 to Arsenal as